Student, today we will begin with exercise 4.3. Before that, we will be seeing the formula. Okay, for mean deviation, the first step we have to do, that is mean equals to sigma x upon n. When only observation are there, we will be taking a formula sigma x upon n. And when frequency are given, we will be taking a formula that is sigma fx upon n. Second step we have to do, that is x, that is known as observation. We will be minusing it from mean, so that is known as modulus x minus mean. Actually there are three steps. We will be writing first observation, then x minus mean, then modulus x minus mean, but here we will be skipping this particular step and we will be taking directly modulus x minus mean. Means the negative term we will be writing positive in this particular lane. After that, we will be finding mean deviation, that is sigma x minus mean modulus divided by n, or when frequency is given, it will be sigma f modulus x minus mean upon n. And when fourth step, coefficient of mean deviation is said, you will be writing mean deviation divided by mean. Simple. Coefficient of mean deviation means mean deviation divided by mean. Okay. Now let's see the first sum. In the first sum, they have written the measurement of the height in centimeter of 10 soldiers are given below. These are the observations and they have said to find mean deviation. Let's see. Now these are the observation I have written in this way. Okay. After this you will be doing the total. The total is coming 1674. After that, the first step was mean. So sigma x upon n, 1674 divide by n. How n? 10 is coming. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So divide by 10. So our mean is coming 167.4. Now this 167.4 we will be subtracting from all this observation separately. So 160 minus 167.4, 7.4. Like this we will be subtracting all the term. You will be getting this particular point. The total of this, that is known as sigma modulus x minus mean, that is 50. Now our third step, this was our second step. Third step, mean deviation equals to sigma x minus mean modulus divided by n, that is 50 divided by 10, it comes to 5. In the question they have not asked how to find coefficient of mean deviation, but we will do coefficient of mean deviation, that is mean deviation divided by mean. So that is 5 divided by 167.4. So the coefficient of mean deviation is coming 0.03. Remember, coefficient of mean deviation will always come in 0 point. Okay, this was our first sum. Second sum, the distribution of number of ball bearing used in machine of a factory is given below. Calculate mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation of a number of ball bearing per machine. Now these are said to be observation and frequency. Observation x and these are frequency. Now this frequency claims means we will be using this two formulas. Okay, we will be using this formula. I have done here observation I have written in this way, frequency I have written in this way. Now one thing you have to remember, when observation were there, we were counting for n. We were counting in ahead of the sum, we have counted that there are 10 n, but here we won't be counting. Frequency total is known as n. Is that clear? So after this we have to find x minus sigma fx upon n. We have to find mean. So for mean, sigma fx total is needed. Sigma means total. So for that fx we will do, fx means multiply of f with x. So here 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 6 4s are 24, 8 5s are 14, 10 3s are 30, 12 2s are 24, 14 1s are 14 and 16 1s are 16. So the total of the frequency is 20, and when we are doing the total of fx, that is 160. So here we will find mean 160 divided by 20, so mean is 8. After this our second step we will take, that is x minus mean, means from observation. This is our observation, we will be minusing 8. So 2 minus 8 minus 6, but we will write positive. 4 minus 8 minus 4, but we will write positive. 6 minus 8 2, 8 minus 8 0, 10 minus 8 2, 12 minus 8 4, 14 minus 8 6 and 16 minus 8 8. We didn't want the total of this because in frequency we need the total of f multiplied by modulus x minus mean. So we will multiply this with x. So 6 2s are 12, 4 2s are 8, 4 2 4s are 8, 0 5s are 0, 2 3s are 6, 4 2s are 8, 6 1s are 6 and 8 1s are 8. So here after doing this, we will be doing the total comes to 56. Okay, so next third step, mean deviation, that is sigma f modulus x minus mean divided by n. So 56 divided by 20, that comes to 2.8 ball bearing per machine. After this, they have said to find coefficient of mean deviation, so that is mean deviation divided by mean, that comes to 2.8 divided by mean is what? 8. Mean is 8. So 2.8 divided by mean 8, that comes to 0.35 coefficient of mean deviation ball bearing per machine. Is that clear? Then third step you will do in homework. Fourth sum we will be doing and fifth sum you will be doing in homework. Now fourth sum, that is related with continuous classes. Find the mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation of number TV sets using the following frequency distribution of TV sets sold in last 16 months in a town. So these are the classes they have given. In classes, don't forget, we will be finding mid value. The mid value is known as your X observation and this is your frequency. So here I have done classes, I have written like this. Frequency I have written, the total 16 is known as N. Then I have found the mid value. How to found the mid value? That is 10 plus the first class, 10 plus 30 divide by 2, so that comes to 20. Now see the difference in each of the class. 30 minus 10 20, 15 minus 30 20, 70 minus 50 20, 90 minus 70 20. 20 20 means equal class length there. Whenever equal class length is there, you don't need to find the particular mid value of the other. First you have found, then go on adding 20. 20 plus 20 40, 40 plus 20 60, 60 plus 20 80, 80 plus 20 100. Then at last you can check the last one, that whether you have done it correct or not. See 100. But when you can do, when equal class length are there. Unequal class length is there, means you cannot do like this. After this, our next step, we will want to find mean. So what is the formula? Sigma fx upon n. Fx multiply f multiply by x, this is our x, mid value is x. 20 multiply by 1 20, 40 multiply by 4 160, 60 multiply by 6 360, 80 multiply by 4 320, 100 multiply by 1, that is 100. So the total is 960. That comes to, here we will be keeping 960 divided by 16, that is 60. Then after that we need to find mid value. So the formula of median. The formula of median is sigma f into modulus x minus mean modulus divided by n. So for that we need to multiply f with this particular modulus. We will subtract, first thing we have to find this modulus x minus mean. So 60 we will be subtracting from x. So 20 minus 60 40, 40 minus 60 20, 60 minus 60 0, 80 minus 60 20, 100 minus 40 60. Like this we have done. Then we will find frequency x minus mean. Multiplication of this and this. So 1 multiplied by 40 40, 4 multiplied by 20 80, 6 multiplied by 0 0, 4 multiplied by 20 80, 1 multiplied by 40 40. Total comes to 240. So now mean deviation equals to sigma f into x minus mean modulus divided by n. 240 divided by 16, that is n, that comes to 50. Same way coefficient of mean deviation, that is mean deviation divided by mean. So that is 15 divided by 60, that comes to 0.25 of distribution of the TV set. Okay. So that was sum number 4 and I gave you sum number 5 in the homework. So here we have completed exercise 4.3. We will begin with exercise 4.4, that is our mean deviation. Now we will start exercise 4.4. Exercise 4.4 is based on your standard deviation. Now in that first thing, if observations are given, how to find standard deviation when only observations are given, observations such as 5, 4, 20, 18, 36, so on. So the first step you have to find always whether observation are there, continuous is there, discrete is there, okay. Always mean you will be finding. The formula of mean when only observation are there, sigma x upon n. After that standard deviation root, sigma x square upon n minus sigma x upon n the whole square, or standard deviation root sigma x square upon n minus, in place of this, that is mean, the whole square. Or third, standard deviation equals to root sigma bracket x minus mean the whole square upon n. This is the formula. Okay, so three of the formulas are there. You can use any one of it. Now when classes are there, then the next one, this is the first, then the second, when continuous or discrete class. Discrete means with observation you are having the frequency, such as 4, 2, 1, 8. The frequency are 6, 9, 17, 20, like this. So at that time, what will be the particular thing you have to find? We will be finding mean, but in mean we will be not using this formula. We will be finding it by shortcut method. Okay, shortcut method when you have to use, when the class is very large, frequency distribution or the classes are large, means 2 digit or 3 digit, at that time we will be using shortcut method. So at that time the value of finding mean, the formula will be a plus, a means assumed, plus sigma fd, when frequency is there, fd upon n, and here c will not come. When c will come? When the class is there. So this is the first thing you have to find mean. Second, what formula we can take? Standard deviation root sigma fd square upon n minus sigma fd upon n the whole square. Means here this you will take. Okay, sigma fd upon n the whole square. This will be the formula. Now the third, when continuous class, means in that first thing, classes are given 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, 2 to 3, then frequencies are given 6, 9, 8, like this. So at that time also we will be having the same, we will be using shortcut method. The first thing we will find, that is mean, a plus sigma fd upon n into c. C will come. Okay, same way standard deviation s equals to sigma fd square upon n minus sigma fd upon n the whole square root. This all will come in root. Out you will be taking into c. This class length will not be coming inside of this square root. Okay, and one more thing, whenever you are finding standard deviation, if there is unequal class length in classes, I am telling, when there is unequal class length, at that time c is not going to come. Okay, so these are the formulas. Then one more formula. One formula is related to variance. Variance means s square. At that time the formula of variance will sigma x minus mean the whole square upon n. This is the formula of variance. Sigma x minus mean the whole square divided by n. Coefficient of standard deviation, the formula will be at that time standard deviation divided by mean. Coefficient of standard deviation, if they are telling, standard deviation divided by mean. Is that clear? Now let's begin with the first sum. Sum number 1. What the sum number 1 is telling? The marks obtained by 9 students in a test of 100 marks in mathematics are given below. 64, the observation like this, only the observation are there, means we will be using this formula. Okay, or we can find by this or by this or by this. Find standard deviation of the marks of the student. Only they have said to find the marks. So here we will be finding the marks, such as first thing, sum number 1, observations they have given. Now see, when we are using the formula, this is compulsory. Then the next thing what they are asking, sigma x upon n. So we can make it this mean the whole square, but also we will be needing sigma x square, means the observation square is also needed over there. Observation square is also needed over there for each and every term. So here we will be finding the x square also. Okay, so first thing, x means observation. The observations are such that 64, 63, 72, 65, 68, 69, 66, 67, 69. Total how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. As per that we have written. Now they are telling that we have to find x square also. We need to do the x square. So here x square means the square of all the number. So here we will be taking square of 64, 63 and so on. 64 into 64, so 5409, 4096, sorry. Then 63 into 63, so 3969. 72 into 72, 5184. Then 65 into 65, 4224. Then 68 into 68, 4624. 4624. Then 69 into 69, 4761. 66 into 66, 4356. Already 67 we have not done. 67 into 67, 4489, and the last 69 we have already done, that is 4761. Then the total of this and the total of this. So here 64, 63, 72, 65, 68, 69, 66, 67, 69. What it is? 603. The total comes to 603. Same way here, 4096 plus 3969 plus 5184 plus 422 4225, then 4624, 4761, 4356, 4489, 4761. The total is 40465. Okay, what is the total? 40465. Now we will find the first thing as per said, mean. So that is sigma x upon n. So sigma x is 603 upon n is 9. So 603 divided by 9, that comes to 67. Then the second we have to find, that is standard deviation. We can take any of the formula, sigma x square upon n minus, we will take this one. By both we will find sigma x upon n the whole square, square root. Now what is sigma x square? This is sigma x square. 40465 divided by 9 minus sigma x is 603 divided by 9 whole square, square root. Now 40465 divided by 9, that comes to 4496.11. Continuation 11. So after point we will be taking 2 digit. So that is 4496.11 square root minus 603 divided by 9, so that comes to 67. 67 into 67, so 4489. 4489, we need the square of that. So here 4489 will be subtracted from this. So that is on my screen only. 4496.11 So that comes to 7.11. I have not taken minus because first I have taken this number, it was on my screen, so I have not erased it. Okay, biggest is this, so that one be positive. Now we'll be taking the square root of it. So the answer is 2.67. 6 it is 666, so 1 will be giving 1 number to it, so 2.67. So here standard deviation is 2.67. Is that clear? Standard deviation of the marks obtained by the student is 2.67. This one we have done. Now same way, sum number 2, they have given find the numbers of cars coming for service in 5 service station of a company on a particular day are 7, 3, 11, 8, 9. Calculate standard deviation number of the cars coming at the service center. So this is homework. One I have done, same like one it is given to him. Now I'll be doing the next sum number 3. The following frequency distribution represent the amount of the deposit and the number of the deposit in a bank. Find the coefficient of standard deviation of the deposit. Now deposit, that is such as X we will be mentioning, and frequency they have given, and we will be using FD method. 2-digit numbers are there, so we will be using shortcut method. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 2, 7, 11, 15, 10, 4, 1. Okay, now making a total of this, here n will be this, that is 2 plus 7 plus 11 plus 15 plus 14 plus 1, so that comes to 50. Clear? Then first thing we have to find mean. So mean formula A plus sigma FD upon n, means we have to assume some number from this. Numbers are to be assumed from X. If classes are given, in that mid value is considered to be the X. So how you will be doing? 1, 2, 3 from up, 1, 2, 3 from down. If nothing is coming, you can take any of the number. Suppose only 5 digits are there, so 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, you can take any of the number. Even if you take 5 also, you can assume the first numbers also. Okay, so we will be taking D, that is 0. Always it will be similar. Okay, so here when we are taking D, what it will be? We can take that D means what? Here assumed we will be taking the particular term, that is X minus A. X minus A, assumed A. So X is 5 minus 20, so that comes to 15. Then 10 minus 20, that comes to 10. 15 minus 20, that comes to 5. Then 25 minus 20, that comes to 5. 30 minus 20, that comes to 10. And 35 minus 20, that comes to 15. Instead of that, you can take that also, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, in continuous classes all the differences are same. Here the differences are same, 5, 5, 5. So here we can consider that also, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then the next will be FD, so that is 15 into 2, so that comes to 30. 70 minus 55, 0, 50, 40, 15. Positive and negative terms. Okay, so negative terms, 70 plus 30, that is 100. 100 plus 55, that is 155. Same way 90, 50 plus 40, 90. 90 plus 10, 100. 105. So here the particular sigma FD is what? Minus, plus minus minus, so minus we have given. Now 155 minus 105, so that comes to 50, minus 50. The biggest is also this, and we will take this. Now the next is FD square. Now FD square means this and this multiplication. Okay, FD square means F multiplied by D multiplied by D. So we will be multiplying FD by D. Minus minus plus 0 0. 5 3s are 15. Carry 1. 3 1s are 3. 4 450. 10 into 70 700. 55 into 5 5 5s are 15. Carry 1. 5 5s are 15. What it will be? 5 5s are 25. 2 carry 25 26 27. So 275 0 250 400 and 15 into 15, the square of 15 is 225. Now total, so that is 450 plus 700 plus 275 plus 250 plus 400 plus 225. So that comes to 2300. Now we will find mean. First thing, okay, mean, that is A20 plus sigma FT, that is minus 50 divided by 50. Okay, so that comes to 20. 50 50 cancel, 1 remain, so plus minus minus 1. So here the particular mean is what? 19 is the value of mean. Now comes to standard deviation. So sigma FD square upon n minus sigma FD upon n, the whole square and square root. So sigma FD square is 2300 upon 50 minus, this is what? 1, we can take that also, minus 50 upon 50 the whole square and square root. So 2300 divided by 50, that comes to 46. So 46 minus 50 51, square of 1, that will be 1 only, square root. Then 46 minus 1, 45. What will be the square root of 45? 45 root 6.708. 708. 8 will transfer 1 to it, so 0 will be converted into 1. So 671 is the standard deviation. Now it has not been said in the question, it has been said find the coefficient of standard deviation also. So coefficient of standard deviation, what it was? Standard deviation divided by mean. So standard deviation is 6.71 divided by mean is 19. So 6.71 divided by 19, that comes to 0.353. 3 it is, means less than 5, so we won't be doing any changes. We will be just keeping standard coefficient of standard deviation as 0.35. This is the value of coefficient of standard deviation. Is that clear? Now coming to the next sum. Sum number 4. The information of profit and lack of 50 firms in the last year is given below. Find standard deviation of the profit of the firm. Now let's do it. Sum number 4, continuous classes. Okay, so class, that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. Frequency 7, 6, 15, 12, 10. Already in question they have said that n is 50. 5 plus 2 7, 7 2s are 14, 14 plus 6 20, 0 2 3 4 5. It is correct. Now whenever classes are there. After writing frequency, our next step should be mid value, which is considered to be x. Now see the difference. 10, 10, 10, 10 means the difference is coming in 10. Equal class length. So we will be finding first mid value only for first class. 0 plus 10, that is 10 divided by 2. So that comes to 5. So mid value is 5. Go on adding every of the term. Okay, first 5, then the next we will be adding 10. So it will be 15, then 10, 25, then 10, 35, then 10, 45. We will be doing the verification in the last. 40 plus 50, that is 90. 90 divided by 2, that comes to 45. So that is correct. Now always shortcut method we will use for standard deviation. So D we will be assuming this as A, 0, equal class length, so direct -1, -2, 1 and 2. Now next FD means F and D. So 7 2s are 14, -14, 6 1s are 6, 15 zeros are 0, 12 1s are 12 and 10 2s are 20. This, then FD square. So FD square multiplication of this 2 into 14. So that is 28, minus minus plus, minus minus plus again, 6 1s are 6, 0, 12 1s are 12 and 2 into 20, that comes to 40. Okay, so we will be doing the total. Plus 32 minus 20, so that comes to plus 12, that is sigma FD. Same way here, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 6 16, carry 1, 2 1s 2, 3, 4, 4 plus 4 86. So this is sigma FD square. Now we will find mean. First thing, mean equals to A plus sigma FD upon n into C. Class into C will compulsory come. So A is what? 25 plus sigma FD 12 divide by 50 into C. The difference is coming what? 10. So we will write 10. Now next step. 0 0 cut. We will be sorting out first this only. 25 plus. Now 12 divided by 5. So 12 divided by 5, that comes to 2.4. 2.4. So that is 25, 26, 27. 27.4 is the value of mean. Okay, this we have done. Now next we will be finding standard deviation. So standard deviation, sigma FD square upon n minus sigma FD upon n the whole square root into C. So sigma FD square was 86 divided by 50 minus 12 divided by 15 the whole square root into C, that is 10. So here 86 divided by 50, so that comes to 1.72 minus 12 divided by 50, 12 divided by 50, okay, 0.24 into square it is, so 0.0576, 0.0576 square root into 10. Now we are subtracting from it 1.72, that is 1.6624. 1.6624. You won't be taking the negative sign because I have kept this on the screen only, and then I have subtracted this number. Whatever we are doing, just we keep on the screen only. No need to do direct erasing or 0 or something. We can take the steps from there also into 10. Now still I have kept on screen. Now I want the square root of this, so square root, so 1.289. So I can take 1.29, 9 will be giving 1 carry to it, so that is 1.29. 1.29 multiply by 10, so our standard deviation is 12.9. Is that clear? This is standard deviation. In question they have not asked coefficient of standard deviation, but then also we will find coefficient of standard deviation, that is standard deviation divided by mean. That comes to standard deviation is 12.9 divided by mean, that is 27.4. So 12.9 divided by 27.4, that comes to 0.4708. You only want up till 2 digits, so 0.47 is the coefficient of standard deviation. Is that clear? So this was standard deviation. Sum number 4 we have done. Sum number 5. Find the standard deviation of the age of a person from the following distribution of 125 persons living in a society. 125 is n. Also find coefficient of standard deviation. So these are the classes, these are the frequency. Total of the frequency is 125, that is your n. This sum is same like sum number 4. Same formula you have to apply or everything. So this sum you will be doing in the homework. Sum number 2 and sum number 5 you will be doing in the homework. Now let's begin with exercise 4.5, which is based on the comparison. Now let me show you. When the runs are given, comparison between the runs of batsmen you have to do. 2 batsmen's runs you have to decide. Okay, so comparison can only be identified by the way of variation. Now formula of variation is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. Variation. Okay, when variation has been asked, variance has been asked, then you will be doing like this: coefficient of variance, coefficient of variation. Only coefficient of standard deviation means standard deviation divided by mean. But if variation they are asking, multiply by 100. That will be always in percentage. Now here when the variation is coming 29.73 and 45.94. So what they are asking, that who is more consistent, who is more good. So here since the coefficient of variation of batsman A is less, batsman A is more consistent, means variations are not coming more, changes are not being seen more. Here changes are seen more, here changes are less. So this one is said to be good one. Less means batsman A is more consistent. Same way here in illustration, which worker has more relative variation or fluctuation in the time taken to complete the job? Who is having more variation? So again same formula, this is 20%, this is 16%. So since the coefficient of variation of worker A is more, there is more variation in the time taken by worker A to complete the job. Now here see, here it is more we have taken. Here it was related to the runs, means he is doing less changes. Consistent means who is more stick towards it work. So here he is doing less mistakes. So that's why in runs when it is there we will be considering less one. But here it has been said who is doing more work fast. Who is doing the work fast more, related to the worker it is. So related to that, when the percentage value is high we will be taking that one. Same way here, where do you find more variation among the height or weight? So here see, variation 8.54 and height that is 14.88. Since the coefficient of variation is more for the height, we say height shows more variation. So in height and weight also we will be considering more one. Is that clear? So here we will be doing the sum. We will be finding same mean they will be giving us, okay, in some of the sums, and we have to find it. Now let's begin with the sum. Exercise 4.5, comparison of the shares we have to do where the particular variation are seen more. Fine. So here Price fluctuation of the two shares A and B are given below. Which type of shares have more relative variation in its price? Whose price are changing more? Price of share A they have given, price of share B they have given. So here we have to find the variation. Variation, coefficient of variation is compulsory to find. So for that, standard deviation is needed and mean is needed. So we will be doing one of the thing as we have done sum number 1 in exercise 4.4, like that only. Okay, this is for A and this is for B, like two partition, X and X. So first we will be writing for A 321, 322, 325, 322, 324, 320, 323, 316, 319, 318. Then we will write for B 141, 146, 130, 146, 142, 145, 132, 134, 132, 152. Now what we have taken in sum number exercise 4.4, in sum number 1 we have taken the square also, x square. Okay, x minus x square also we have taken. We need to take the squares over here as per the particular term which we have done, and also the square of b. Fine, making a total of this and making a total of this. So here 321, 322, 325, 322, 324, 320, 323, 316, 319, 318. So that comes to 320, 3210. Later we will be doing. Now the total of this: 141, 146, 130, 146, 142, 145, 132, 134, 132, 152. So here the total is coming 1400. Okay, now square of this particular term 321. Now see here, now what it is coming, the figures are too large. So when the figures are coming too large, next what we will be doing here, first thing we will be finding x minus mean, and we will be doing the whole square of it. What we will be doing? X minus mean the whole square, as we were taking for the particular mean deviation. We will be directly taking the square, and that also positive. We will be subtracting it and we will be making the square of it. Okay, so no need to worry. See here, x is 321. So mean first we will find for this. Mean equals to sigma x upon n. So that is 321 divide by how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So here 321 is the value of mean. So all the observation will be subtracted from 3 to 1. So 321 minus 321, that comes to 0, and the square is also 0. Then 322 minus 321, what it is coming? 1. The square is also 1. Then 325 minus 321, what it is coming? 4. So 4 square is 16. Same 322, that is here 1. 324 minus 321, so that is what? 4 minus 1, 3. 3 square is 3 3s are 9. 320 minus 1 minus 321, so what it is coming? Minus 1. The square of minus 1 will also be positive, only 1. 323 minus 321, 2 2 2s are 4, 316 minus 321. So 316 minus 321. So that is what? Minus 5. Square of minus 5. 5 5 are 25. Then 319 minus 321. So 2. 2 2s are 4. Positive 4. 318. That will be what? 3 minus 3. 3 3s are 9. So this is the sigma x minus mean the whole square. Here we will be taking this formula. This one formula we will take for standard deviation. Okay. Same way here we will find the mean. Mean equals to sigma x upon n. So that is 1400 upon 10. So means comes to 140. So we are going to subtract the value from it. So 140 minus 141 minus 140. So 1, the square will also 1. Minus 1 is coming. So positive 1. 146 minus 140. Sorry, not negative only, it will come, positive only. So 146 minus 46. 6 6 are 36. Then 130 minus 140. 10. 10 into 10, 100. Same 146, so 36. 142 minus 140, that is 2. 2 2s are 4. Now 145 minus 145, 5 5s are 25. Now 132 minus 148, so 8 8s are 64. Minus 8, it is positive. 134 minus 140, that is 6. Minus 6, 6 6 are 36. 132, already we have done 8, so 64. 152 minus 140, 12. 12 12s are 144, square of that. So this we have done. Okay. Now the total we will do. 16. Wherever 1 is there we will be taking 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 we have done. So 19 plus 9. Then 4, then 25, then 4, then 9. That comes to 70. Again I am showing, you must have confused. 0 plus 1, that is 1 plus 16 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 4 plus 25 plus 4 plus 9. Got it? So that is coming to 70. Same way here. 1 plus 36, 37 plus 100 plus 36 plus 4 plus 25 plus 64 plus 36 plus 64 plus 144. So that comes to 510. Now we will find standard deviation for both of them. So here standard deviation, the formula as I said, sigma bracket x minus mean the whole square upon n square root. Here also same, sigma x minus mean the whole square upon n. Now here what is sigma x minus mean the whole square? 70 that we have found, divide by 100. So 70 divided by 100, that comes to 10, not 100. So that is 7 only. So square root of 7. So that is 2.645. So we will make it 2.65. So standard deviation is 2.65. We need to find, I'll do over there. Next, same way for this B, standard deviation. Sigma x minus mean the whole square is 510. N is 10. So 51. Square root of 51, that is 7.14. So standard deviation 7.14. This is only standard deviation. We have to compare them. So coefficient of variation, standard deviation divide by mean into 100. Same way for B, standard deviation divide by mean into 100. So for A, the standard deviation is 2.65, mean that is 321. So 321 multiply by 100. Same way for B, For B, the standard deviation is 7.14. Divide by 140 mean into 100. So here 2.65 multiply by 100 divide by 3 to 1. So that comes to 0.83%. 0.83%. Same way for B, 7.14 multiply by 100 divide by 140. So that comes to 5.1. So whose fluctuations in shares are being seen more? So that is shares. Fluctuation, changes are occurring. Okay, fluctuation they have clearly mentioned. So in whose fluctuations are being seen more? B. So here, therefore, statement you have to write, shares B have more relative variations in price. Okay, if you are not writing this, your half mark will be cancelled. So compulsory write it. So this was sum number 1. Now sum number 2. The daily salary of administrative staff of 2 companies yielded the following result. Mean salary they have given and standard deviation they have given. You have to only find which company has more stable salary. So direct you will be using this formula. CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean for both one. So whose stable they have asked, means what they are asking, that whose salary is said to be steady at one place. So whosoever is been having less variation, you will be considering that in the salary. Okay, now see sum number 3. Sum number 2 you will be doing because all the figures are given to you. So sum number 2, homework. Now in sum number 3, see what is there. The coefficient of variation of the two series are 30% and 25%. Means coefficient of variation they have given. Okay. Sum number 3, coefficient of variation they have given. Coefficient of variation for 1 and coefficient of variation for 2. Means A and B. So in that what they have given in first 30% and the next that is 25%, and the standard deviation are 15 and 19. Now what else they have given? Standard deviation that is 15 and standard deviation that is 9 respectively. What they are telling to find their mean. So we need to find mean 1 and we need to find mean 2. Simple, we will be using this formula. So here for the first, CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So here CV is what? 30. Standard deviation 15 into 100 divide by what it is? Divide by mean. We don't know the value of mean. So what we will be doing? Nothing. We will be first merging this. So that is 30 equals to 1500 divided by mean. Now mean will be going over this side. So 30 mean equals to 1500. We only want the value of mean. So dividing 30 from both the side. 30 cancel. 0 cancel and 3 5s are. So mean is what here? Mean is 50. Same way here. CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean into 100. CV here that is 25. Standard deviation 9 into 100 divided by mean. So 25 equals to 9 multiplied by 100. 900 divided by mean. Mean we will be taking towards this side. So 25 mean equals to 900. We only want the value of mean. So 25 dividing on both the side. So here mean equals to 900 divided by 25. So what it is? 36. Is that clear? So mean for 1 that is 50. Mean 1 is 50 and mean 2 is 36. So here exercise 4.5 is also completed. Now let's see exercise 4.6. Exercise 4.6 is based on your combined standard deviation. I'll be showing you combined standard deviation. For that you have to find first combined mean. Okay, so combined mean formula, n1 mean 1 plus n2 mean 2 divide by n1 and n2. Then combined standard deviation it is, so square root will compulsory come whenever we are finding standard deviation. n1 into bracket s1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into bracket s2 square plus d2 square divided by n1 and n2. Nothing else is there. Okay, so let's begin here first with the sum. Now one more thing, s1 and s2 they will be giving in the question. Okay, but you have to make a square of it. Same way d1 and d2. How to find d1 and d2? d1 mean 1 minus combined mean, mean 2 minus combined mean, then you have to make a square of it. Okay, so let's see sum number, exercise 4.6, sum number 1. Two sums are there, one you will be doing in homework. Now only telling sum number 2 in homework, sum number 1 I am making you do here. Now see what is being given. The information regarding marks of the standard of the two classes of the school is given below. Find the combined standard deviation of the marks obtained by the school. Number of student, division A, division means n1 50, n2 60. Mean 1 60, mean 2 48. Standard deviation s1 10 and mean 2 is standard deviation 2 is 12. Okay, now first we will be writing the particular formula for combined standard deviation SC. S means standard deviation, C means combined. Now square root formula n1 bracket standard deviation s1 square plus d1 square plus n2 s1 s2 square plus d2 square upon n1 plus n2. Now what is given in the question? n1 they have given, that is what? 50. n2 they have given, that is what? 60. Then same way mean 1 they have given, that is 60. Mean 2 they have given, that is 48. Then s1 they have given, that is 10. s2 they have given, that is 12. Now in sum what do you need? S square, square of this 2. So s1 square 10 into 10 100. s2 square, what is s2? 12. 12 into 12 144. This we have done. Now only what remaining? d1 square and d2 square. So we will find that also. d1 first and d2. What is d1? Mean 1 minus combined mean. Then d2 mean 2 minus combined mean. Now we don't have the value of combined mean. So first we have to find combined mean only. You can find orally also or you can find here also. That is combined mean equals to n1 into mean 1 plus n2 into mean 2 divided by n1 plus n2. So n1 is 50 into 60 plus 60 into 48 divided by 50 plus 60. So 5 6 are 30, 300 plus 6 8 are 48 into 6, that is 288 and 0. Is that clear? Sorry, here 0 was remaining, 3000. 5 6 are 30, 30 and 20 for that. Now 50 plus 60, 110. So here 3 4 5, 5880 divided by 110. So that is what? 5880 divided by 110. So that comes to 53.45 only. 53.45, that is combined standard deviation. Okay, now we got combined standard deviation, that is 53.45. Mean 1 60 minus 53.45. mean to 48 minus 53.45. So here 60 minus 53.45, that is 6.55 we are doing. Okay, 6.55, and 48 for the next, 48 minus 53.45, so that is 5.45. now this is only what, d1 and d2. We need square of it, so we will be doing the square of it also, making a whole square of it. So first for this 5.45 is on my screen, that's why I am writing that only. 29.7025. So I can take 29.70. For the second one 29.70. Now for the first one 6.55 into 6.55, 42.9025. So I will be taking 42.90. Is that clear? Now I will be finding combined standard deviation n1 into bracket s1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into s2 square plus d2 the whole square, sorry no whole square, square n1 plus n2, then coming the square root. So n1 was 50, s1 square, okay, that is 100 minus d1 square 42.90 plus n2 60, s2 square that is 144 plus d2 square 29.70 upon 50 plus 60 square root. Now here square root 50 into bracket, now 100 minus 42.90. So here 100 minus 42.90, 100 minus 42.90, that is 57.1 plus 60, that is 144 minus 29.70, 144 minus 29.70, so that is 114 point, what it was, sorry it is plus and I am writing in minus, 100 plus 42.90, so that is 142.90. Sorry for this, I was subtracting it. Same way 144 plus 29.70, 144 plus 29.70, so that is 173.7. Divide by 50 plus 60, 110. Sorry for the thing, plus it will come, and here also plus I was subtracting the term. Now 50 into 142.90, 50 into 142.90, so that is 7145 plus 60 into 173.70, 60 into 173.70, so that is 10422, 10,422 divided by 110 and square root. So here 10,422 is on my screen. I will be only adding plus 7145 equal, so that come to 17,567 divided by 110 square root. Okay, so that is I am dividing on my screen, I have already kept 110, so that comes to 159.7. What it is? 159.7 square root. Still square root we have to find. That is also on my screen. Square root. So that is 12.637. 7 is coming, means 12.64 is the marks or combined standard deviation of the student. Is that clear? These are the marks obtained by the student, means combined standard deviation. Clear here? Now next, that is the particular exercise. Here we are completing all the exercise. Now the last exercise, that is exercise 4. Now exercise 4, in that first particular MCQ, from the following which is the formula for the coefficient of range? So that is B, XH minus XL divided by XH plus XL. Question 2, in which measure of dispersion the absolute difference of the observation and its mean is considered? So that is considered in mean deviation. We are finding the difference also, x minus mean from the particular observation of the mean. So they are asking absolute difference of observation and its mean. So that has been done in the mean deviation. Which of the following measure is a unit free measure? Unit free measure means which is not having any kind of bounding or something. So mean deviation is having, quartile deviation is having, range is having, coefficient of variation is not having. It is coming in particular 0 point figure. Which measure of dispersion is least affected by the extreme value of the observation? So that is quartile deviation, because it is based on positional averages. They don't have FD or something calculation. That is quartile deviation. The coefficient of variation of group A is less than the coefficient of variation of group B. Which group is more consistent with respect to variability? Consistent, steady, means no more changes are coming. So that is what? A. No changes means A. The weight in kg for 10 students are 53, 47, 60, 55, 71, 65, 61, 68, 63, 70. What is the range of the data? Range you have to find. So range of the data, highest observation minus lowest observation. So the highest observation is 71 and the lowest observation is 47. So 71 minus 47, 71 minus 47. So that is 24 kg here. Okay. If the first quartile Q1 and the third quartile Q3 of the data are 30 and 25, this is Q1, this is Q3, then what is the value of the coefficient of quartile deviation? So what is coefficient of quartile deviation? Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. This is the formula. Okay. So Q3 minus Q1, first 50 minus 30, 20, divided by 50 plus 30, so that is 80. 20 divided by 80, 20 divided by 80, so 0.25. Here the formula is what? Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. This is the formula of quartile deviation, remembered? So only you have to put the value. What is the value of any measure of dispersion for the observation 55555? Any measure of dispersion means if the term are 555, any observation, anything we want to find in measure of dispersion, then what will be the particular mean? What is the value of any measure? Mean. How to find the mean? So the value will be what? 5. As for example, you are taking mean that is sigma x upon n. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is 5, and also addition you will be doing. How many terms are there? 5 terms. 5 5s are 25. 25 divided by 5. What will be the answer? 5. Means when the terms are clear for the any measure, the answer will also be 5. If the mean of variable 10 and the coefficient of variation is 60, what is the variance of the variable? Variance. What will be the variance? S square. Okay. What they are telling? Mean is 10. Coefficient of variation is 60. Means that we have done in last sum this particular thing. So CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So CV they have given what it is? 60. CV is 60 equals to standard deviation we don't know. Okay, then we want to find the particular term. Here I'll show you. This is what 9 MCQ. Okay, CV they have given how much? 60%. Mean they have given how much? 10. Then S they have not given. Okay, so here CV equals to the formula standard deviation divided by mean into 100. This we will take. Okay, clear this. So what it is, CV they have given 60, standard deviation we don't know, mean they have given 10 into 100. So first we will be taking 10 over that side, so that is what 600 equals to S into 100. We only want to find standard deviation first, so that is what 100 divide by on both the side 100 cut, here 0 cut, so 6. So S is what 6, and variance they have said variance. So variance in symbol how it is? S square. Variance in symbol how we are writing? S square, means square of S. So that is 6 square. So variance is 36. Okay, so here they have said to find the particular variance. What is the variance of the variable? So here variance of the variable they have said means here you will be finding only standard deviation. So so here the variance is what? 36. So our answer is what? 36. Okay, now sum number 10. Suppose the standard deviation of the series K1, K2, K3 so on Kn is 5, means the series is 5. What will be the standard deviation of the following? Now they have given the series K1 plus K2, K2 plus 2, K3 plus 2 plus Kn plus 2. Third, 3K1, 3K2, 3K3 up till so on 3Kn. Now they have given the options. When you are putting the figures in that, all the figures when they have given is 5, the total is coming 5, means here what it will be? 3K equals to, you will be taking K as 5. So K when we are taking 5. Okay, here in first variation when we are keeping here K as 5, what we have kept in K place? 5, 5, 5. So that is what? 15. But after in the second position 3K they are in multiplication. 3 multiplied by 5 that is 15. 3 multiplied by 5 that is 15. 3 multiplied by 5 that is 15. Means your answer is what? First position you have kept 5 in all. Addition we won't be taking. What we have kept in the place of K, that is N. We won't be adding it here. But here already the term was given, it is in product. Sum when it is coming we won't be adding. So in first position we kept 5. In the second position when we are keeping, the answer is coming what? 15. So our answer is what? 5 and 15. Now sum number 11. The mean and standard deviation for the variable x are 5 and 2. Mean is 5, standard deviation is 2. Now if y equals to 3x plus 4, then what are the mean and standard deviation of the y? Now what they are telling, I will be showing you. In the particular term what they are telling, mean we will be considering, they have given that is 5, and standard deviation they have given that is 2. Okay, now when we are taking mean in the first place, y equals to 3x plus 4. 3x, in x place we will be keeping particular term they have given, that is what? 4. So like this I will show you. First we are finding for mean. Okay, they have given the value that is 3x plus 4. First we are keeping the value of mean here. So y value 3 into, what is the value of mean? 5 plus 4. So 5 3s are 15 plus 4, that comes to 19. This we have calculated for mean. Same way for standard deviation, y equals to 3x plus 4. Standard deviation what they have given? X place we are keeping 2 plus 4. So 3 2s are 6 plus 4. So that is 10. So here what is the answer? Mean and standard deviation for the product of y, that is 19 and 10. Your answer will be coming 19 and 10. sorry, for standard deviation you won't be multiplying it, you will be only taking here 0. So that is 2 plus 4. So 4 2s are 6 it is. For standard deviation, we will consider the product. I have taken all the value. We will be considering 3x only for the standard deviation. So y equals to 3 into 2. So that is 6. So the answer is standard deviation is 19 and 6. Again I am telling, for mean we will be taking the full particular formula what they have given, y equal to 3x plus 4. But for standard deviation we will be taking only the format that is 3x. So putting the value of mean over here in place of x, we will be getting 19, and putting the value of standard deviation in place of x, we will be getting this particular 3 2s are 6. Okay. Now next sum number 12. So the answer here is 19 and 16. Sum number 12. The mean and standard deviation of a set of observation are 45 and 5 respectively. What is mean? 45 and standard deviation is 5. If a constant 5 is added to each observation, means each and every observation in the mean that has been added by 5. What is the coefficient of the variation of the new set of the observation? Now what they are telling, observation will be added. This 5 is for standard deviation, so we won't be doing changes anything here. But observation, when mean is coming, when all the observations are added, so in this total 45 we are adding 5. So 45 plus 5, that will be 50 total observation. And standard deviation they have given as 5. Now what they are asking to find the coefficient of variation, that is CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So how you will be doing it? Here mean they have given 45, but they are telling that constant we are adding 5 to the observation. So here it will be what? 50. The observation mean will be coming to 50, and standard deviation they have given 5. So CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So CV 50 divided by 5 into 100, 5 2s are 10. Okay. Sorry, I reverse the figure. 5 will be coming up and 50 will be coming down. 5 divided by 50 into 100. So 0 0 cut, 5 5 cut. What is the value of CV? That is 10%. Here only 10 is remaining. You can see it here. CV equals to standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So 5 divided by 50, that is 0 0 cut, 5 5 cut, only 10 is remaining. Clear here? Then related to the theory, I will be giving you the particular terms. Now the sums which you have to do, that I am showing you, most of the sums you will be doing in homework. Sum number 5, 6, 7, Section B, all the sums are in homework you will be doing. They are simple. Theory I will be tick marking and giving the pics of it. Section C, find the range and coefficient of range homework. Quartile deviation homework. Mean deviation homework. Mean they have given, coefficient of variation they have given. Find the variance, means you have to find S square. That also just now we have done in the MCQ. So this is also in homework. Standard deviation homework. Which of the following factor is more stable? Last exercise we have done. Everything is given. Average daily production means the particular mean they have given. Okay, don't get confused over here. They have given you the mean over here. So you have to find the particular CV or S square over there. So you will be doing it in homework. Then 11th, the 25th and 75th percentile of the data are 20 and 36. 25th and 75th means Q1 and Q3. Here also 25th and 75th means Q1 and Q3. So Q1 they have given you, that is 20, and Q2 they have given you, that is particular Q3 they have given you, that is 36. Is that clear? So this you will be doing. Find the coefficient of quartile deviation, means you have to find Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. That you will do. Find that you will do in homework. Theory I will be sending same way. Now section D. The information of the number of the flower on 100 plant of nursery is given. Find the quartile deviation, means Q3 and Q1. Then you have to find quartile deviation. So homework. Sum number 10, that is also on homework. Sum number 11. Okay, now sum number 11 they have given you. How to do this sum number 11 I will be showing you. See, sigma d they have given, that is 25. Okay, sigma d square they have given, that is 272. N is 100 and assume mean is 4 they have given. Find the coefficient of variation. So you can easily find it. What formula you will be using? Everything they have given, only you have to find mean. Sigma d you will be using, the formula will be such for the first mean. Mean equals to a plus sigma d upon n. This you will be using. Then for standard deviation, sigma d square upon n minus sigma d upon n the whole square. No c will come. This formula you will use. And the third step you will do, that is they have said to find the coefficient of standard deviation in the square, coefficient of variance they have said, not standard deviation, variance. So standard deviation divided by mean into 100. This formula you will use. If they are telling you to find, suppose you can find it, coefficient of standard deviation, then what it will be? Standard deviation divided by mean. So this is for sum number 11 of exercise 4 section D. Okay, like this you have to do. Then sum number 12, find the combined standard deviation, that you will do in homework. Again sum number 13, what they are telling, the sum of 10 observation is 80. The total of 10 observation, that is 80, and the sum of their square is 800. Find the coefficient of the variation of the observation. Now here what they are telling, this 80, it is said to be sum. Sum means total x. Okay, and here sum of their square means sigma x square. So they have given the values such like this. Sum number 13. Okay, n, what it is? N is the sum of the observation. Total observation are n is 10. Sigma x, that is 80. Sigma x square, that is 800. Now what they are telling you to find the coefficient of variation, means they are telling you to find CV, that is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So how to do it? First thing, mean we find, sigma x upon n. So sigma x is what? 80 divided by 10. So mean is 8. Mean we found it. Same way we need to find standard deviation, that is S. Sigma x square upon n minus sigma x upon n the whole square. This we have done. So sigma x square is 800 divided by 10 minus 80 divided by 10 the whole square. So what it is coming? 800 divided by 10, that is 80, minus what it is? 80 divided by 10, 8 square, 8 8s are 64. So 80 divided by 64, that is what coming? 80 minus 64. Sorry, I have in hurry I speak something else. 80 minus 64, that is 16. Now square root of 16, that is 4. So standard deviation, that comes to 4. Now they said to find CV, that is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. Standard deviation was 4, mean was 8 divided by 100. So here 400 divided by 8, so 4 into 100 divided by 8, so that is what? CV 50%. CV always comes in percent. Okay, so this also we have done. Section E, you have to find spelling test of 50 marks, the frequency distribution marks secured by 30 student. Now here 30 student is your n, don't consider 50. Find the mean deviation of the following. So you will be finding mean deviation. This is in homework, already we have done. You will be doing section E in homework and section B also in homework. If you have any query, you can ask me. Almost all the sums we have done. Relative measure means here you will be using only quartile deviation whenever it has been given. Find an appropriate measure of dispersion from the following data and also find it relative measure. Means you will be finding coefficient and you will be finding the absolute figures also. But whenever open-ended classes are like this are given, you will be always finding quartiles. So in this you will be finding quartiles over here. Okay. So you can do the sums over there. Already like the sums you have done in ahead of the exercise. So here we are completing our chapter number 4. Soon we will be beginning with chapter number 5. Thank you.